Yeah, you know what time it is. Valhalla hour, let's go! Kick back, put on your headphones tight. Rob and Matt, bringing fire every night. From the land of 10,000 lakes, we rule the scene. With a crew so fresh, keeping it raw and clean. Minnesota Vikings, kings of the north. We wear our purple heart and let the battle roar forth. Breaking down the game, dissecting the plays. With passion so fierce, we'll set the night ablaze. So give us a follow, hit that like. Share it with your crew, you know we're about to strike. Valhalla, our podcast, living life bold, where legends are made and stories are told.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Valhalla Hour. With me, as always, Matthew Luciteri, Eric Southern Skull Gorecki, Jen, Mr. Jonathan Winkelman. How are we?
Good.
So, I'm going to do a quick little recap of last week. If you weren't at Sir Death's tailgate, so shout out to Sir Death. I'm one of the chefs this year. We had 1,300 people. Plus, we had an appearance by the one and only Mr. Dante Culpepper. So, I want to show you this picture. I forgot to upload it before we went live, but there was a roast pig at this place.
Jeez.
It's not about the pig. It's about the jersey. Someone did it. But yeah, 1,300 people. This week we're only expecting 300 to 400. We got tickets, $50 a piece. So come on out if you're looking for a good time. You're coming out. One little metaphor for this week. We played like Dookie.
A little bit.
I had to. I had to bring out some prop comedy. We have to talk about it. 22-6. We have to talk about it. Matthew, we're going to start with you.
I'll go half apologist, half much deserved blame. I'm going to stick up for the defense. Obviously we struggled to stop Bijan, but he's Bijan Robinson. He's not easy to stop. That's just who he is. That's kind of what I said last week too. When we gave our keys to the victory, I said we're going to have to sell out to contain him because Penix doesn't scare me. Yeah, Drake London didn't do shit. Pitts didn't do shit. Penix had a kind of a mediocre game. The only offensive touchdown they even had, we gave them with like 3.5 minutes left just to get the ball back. Otherwise, we were holding them to field goals all night. Our defense ultimately did what they were supposed to do, and that's not give up touchdowns. But my God, KOC just refusing to adjust the half. McCarthy taking too long to make his reads. When he did make his reads, he was playing well. Like, he was 8 for 13 for like 118 yards at one point, having a sneaky, efficient game. But God, our O-line can't block for shit. And now, like, School's got a concussion. Kelly's got a concussion. Our run game has nothing going for it. Like, again, McCarthy was tied for our yards with 25 yards. So we had under like 70 total yards rushing. It's embarrassing. Our offense got absolutely embarrassed.
Jonathan, what do you think?
It's basically what Matthew said: lack of running rush defense, which we knew going into the season because we didn't want to pick up a true nose tackle. Like the biggest person we have on our roster is 295 for defensive line. Like, if you're gonna do something like that, right? So you're gonna go sell it against the pass. You're not gonna try to stop the run.
Yeah. Before I move on to Eric, I do want to say, Eric, I do want to give you a quick plug. Every year at the VWO tailgate, we do what's called the salute to service, which means we roll up the red carpet. I kind of call it the purple carpet to keep with the Vikings theme, which it should be. And we celebrate veterans, both alive and who have been passed. And this year, Eric is one of our veterans who we are saluting this year for his time in the Army and his time as drill sergeant. Are you going to be at the game? for the
Yes, we'll be good.
Celtics. Dude, I'm gonna have to grab a picture with you. I'm gonna have to. But yeah, he is one of the ones getting honored, and it is an absolute honor to have you on board the team. So Matthew, or sorry, Eric, what was your take?
It's right along the same lines. The defense for the most part played. They had the bend but don't break mentality. They didn't give up touchdowns. I was underwhelmed with some of the tackling performances in the secondary and linebacker core. Just didn't seem to have any type of good tackling technique. And but for the most part, I really liked what the defense did. That offensive line was atrocious, and it was week one, and it didn't get any better week two. Um, it just seemed like from the get go, we just had no rhythm on offense, and it just never got better. And props
Yes.
props to Atlanta. They went out and they got one good free agent defensive end and drafted edge pressure, and they were tired of being laughed at for not getting sacks, and they came out and proved that they fixed that situation. So, props to Atlanta for fixing a problem situation on their team too, which
Yeah.
absolutely destroyed us. So,
So yeah,
yeah, let's just hope we can get the run game going this week.
we got exposed. Our O line got exposed because without Darisaw, without um some big name players, we were exposed like the fraud O line we are. And this was not on JJ McCarthy at all. I'm not gonna blame him for this loss. This was all on that offensive line. And Schooley, I don't know where the hell he came from, but he can go back to where the fuck he came from.
Tampa Bay, San Francisco before that.
I don't know what we saw in him. I don't.
But here's the thing
And
on
that's
that
the big
too.
issue that I have is that left tackle. I mean, when Jackson, I mean, I expect some rookie pains with McCarthy, and I mean, it's his second year, but it's truly his first. I expect some growing pains with McCarthy. I expect
Yeah.
some growing pains with Donovan Jackson,
Yep.
rookie year. I'm not going to sit there and complain about those two because they're rookies or they're somewhat rookies.
Yeah.
They have to learn how to play the game. And
Yeah. Eric,
then what
what
else
And
were
can
you
I
gonna
say?
say?
living down here, all I heard about when we signed School was the Tampa Bay fans were upset because they're out Tristan Wirfs still, and he was supposed to replace Tristan Wirfs and walked away in free agency to go to be a Viking, and they were viably upset because they thought he was going to be a good replacement for Wirfs. So when I started hearing that argument, I was like, okay, we're feeling okay for Darisaw till he's ready, and it just not what I anticipated.
Well, the issue is
Yeah.
coaching. I don't know if you guys saw the PFF graphic after week two about the three old linemen that we had move on, and they all graded in the like low to mid 80s. So it's like we all sit here and gave Garrett Bradbury shit for being undersized and being a pushover, but he had like an 83 PFF grade last week. So I don't know. We brought in all these people that were really good on their former teams, and we're sitting there scratching our head why they suck. Maybe our O line coaching sucks.
Well,
That could
and
be.
here's the thing. We did thrive in Liam Cohen's offense. That's why he was able to do so well. But whatever offense this is, nah. I want the offense of last year. Where we were just being being the shit burger dispensers. I
But
love
we
that
got one
offense.
more week of no Addison.
Yes. Addison out hurts us. There was some highlights I do want to talk about, but yeah, our offensive line just sucked. Our kicking game was the only bright spot. But now I'm going to go into the heroes and zeros. I'd like to start because I want to get this one out of the way. I'm going to give a good hero, and this one is rightfully deserved. I'm going to give it to Eric Wilson with that punch out. he tried to keep us in that game. I'm going to give him a hero. And I think we all know who our zero is going to be. And I think it's going to be a group zero, and that damn offensive line. Matthew, who was your hero and zero?
Just because I don't think he's going to get a lot of chances in the healthy Van Ginkel, I'll give Dallas Turner my hero. He actually had a really respectable stat line for his big start.
Yes.
I feel like he made a pretty good impact. I'm going to go off the board because I feel like a lot of people are going to choose all that. I'm going to give Hawkinson my zero. I don't know if you
Ew.
guys have seen that video of that awful, awful route where he tries to juke out the defender and he looks about as slow as me and then just immediately gets swallowed up. He's done absolutely nothing this season. In the 12 games he's been back since his knee injury, he's got like 470 yards, 0 touchdowns. I got a lot of shit this offseason for saying we either need to restructure a trade because he's not worth the money, and how a tight end is a young quarterback's best friend, and he's been miserable, and he did nothing to help the situation. So I'm going to give him my zero.
Before we move on to one of our next panelists, do you think the refereeing gave us pushing us out or pushing it to a field goal on that supposed delay of game penalty could have cost us a touchdown? Just anyone want to answer? This is just
I don't think it. We weren't scoring at all that game. I don't feel like it would have. We would have found a way to blow it.
You blew it.
Exactly.
Winkleman, hero and zero.
And, I really didn't pay attention to the players. It was just a bad game for the hero. The zero, I'm going to have to give it to Scully. Since he's been here, he hasn't been that good.
Okay.
The left tackle.
All right, Eric.
Yeah, I can't really name a hero. It was just I'd have to agree with Matthew on Dallas Turner. But the offensive line was just atrocious, and I'm not even. And I'm going to give them. They would be a zero, but I'm going to throw a name out there that I was not impressed with at all, and I'm going to say Byron Murphy Jr. Guys were standing wide open. He was throwing shoulders to tackle. I don't know what was going on, and so I'm going to give Murphy my zero for this game.
Yeah.
You know what? This game was just abysmal. So our injury report for this week looks like this, but there's still no word on if Darisaw is going to play or not. Brian Kelly, McCarthy, and Schooley are out. 2 concussions and an ankle. Darisaw, we don't know, but there are rumors that saying he will not play just because of still rehabbing the knee. Keys, Smith, and Gink are questionable. I don't know what the deal is with Harry with his illness. I don't know. I heard that he had COVID. I heard he had an issue with
He's been out.
vasectomy
Hasn't he
gone
been out
bad.
since August or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, most of training camp he didn't participate.
So I really don't know what the status is. They're just saying illness.
Yeah, it's not even injury; it's personal illness. So it's really weird.
Yeah, but it looks like we're gonna get Grenard back. Jackson's good to go. Both Jacksons. Okuda and Oliver are gonna be good to go. Grenard Grenard not being on the injury report. That's or not having the status. That I'll take that as a positive sign. But for the Bengals, that's a completely different story. If you were under a rock last week or somewhere else, Burrow's out 3 months most of the season because of a damn toe, and apparently, this is just not good. For not even this is the walking wounded game. if that Matthew, I'll let you go because I'm going to pull up the Bengals injury reports.
Okay. Go with what? Just the game in general?
Yeah, with this things. So I was able to pull it up. I'll let you talk and I'll share this injury report.
Yeah, I mean Burrow's out, but we saw what 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Jake Browning slaughtered us for like 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and was screaming, "You should have cut me." So I don't know. Like I think we only had him on the team for like 3 months, and he felt some type of way. But he's a capable backup. They still have Chase. They still have Higgins. They were saying on the radio this morning that I guess they're like 30th in run blocking, and Chase Brown, I'm pretty sure, is hurt. So they're going to have nothing going on the ground, which will help us. Obviously, we were saying like we can sell out to stop the passing thing. We missed Akuda last week just because of his size. So having him, I don't think he's going to stop Chase or Higgins, but he'll definitely help. We really need Harrison Smith back in this game because we need to be able to plug and play Metellus. But I mean, yeah, they have Chase, they have Higgins. It's the best receiver duo in the NFL, and Jake Brennan's a capable backup. So it's not a gimme.
Yeah,
It's definitely not a gimme, but their defense is
Yeah, but our offense is terrible, so that kind of cancels each other out. A bad defense can beat this O line right now.
Shamar Stewart, their
and
rookie.
I mean Trey Hendrickson kind of scares me
Right.
on their side, you know. But if we could just hold him down and maybe double him, and then just try to just run the ball against these guys as much as we can.
I guess like a slight silver lining for the O-line situation is Jurgens actually looked capable as a backup center.
Yeah, he was coming in cold off the bench and stepping in that spot. He didn't look bad. I mean, PFF didn't grade him great, but he didn't watching the game. He didn't look terrible. So,
right.
And being his first start as a NFL player, he did good.
Right.
The day who is filling in at left tackle if Darrisaw doesn't go with Darrisaw not going in school being hurt?
Rouse.
Is it going to be Rouse?
Or
Rouse was in last week as the 3 spot, so I would assume they'd start him again.
Shamar Stewart, their rookie that held out for a long time, is out with an ankle. I don't know how much that's going to really matter, but their biggest issue, Burrow being out again. Is it just me or is he made of glass bones?
He's Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I just did an article the new Andrew Luck. Yep.
Yeah.
They actually had a topic yesterday on First Take is could the NFL create more rule changes to help these quarterbacks stay healthy? Because they
already have it.
I know they already have everything, and that's my point. Like, what do they need to do? I mean, put red shirts on them and say don't tackle the quarterback.
Well, first of all, who answered that they should? Was it Stephen A. Smith?
Yeah, most likely. I don't think anybody said they should. What I'm just saying is, what else should they do? Like, they've already done everything they can.
Right. And if I'm a backup quarterback in the NFL, I'm pissed about that because it's like, well, then what the fuck are we here for? If we're going to just not even be able to touch the quarterback to make sure they play, like, I'm here for a reason. If he goes down, I want a chance to play, so I have a chance to start.
Yeah, there's really no other way to like put them in bubble wrap or a bubble, and there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, if your name is not Brady, Roethlisberger, Breeze, or hell, even Rodgers, then your ass is pretty much has a 10-year maximum as a quarterback in this league. Whereas those guys, have the money for very exotic therapies to help them heal and keep them healthy. But other than putting them in a fucking bubble, there is nothing more they can do for these quarterbacks, because then if you change the rules, the fans like us are going to get pissed. Then it's going to draw more issues also from the players' union.
Right.
But
Yep.
and we actually do have a topic that Winkleman brought up. If Carson Wentz gets us a few wins, could he stay as the starter?
I would
Um,
say
My answer is
First, no. In my opinion, you don't, because you got rid of Darnold. You got rid of Daniel Jones, who is 2-0. And, and you were rolling with McCarthy. If Carson Wentz gets a win today and a win next week, or a win this week and a win next week, and McCarthy's better, you have to put him back, or you might as well just try to trade him. I mean, you went with the rookie, or the second year guy. If he doesn't go back in, you're just going to stunt what you've developed so far, and I don't think it's worth keeping him around. That's just my opinion on that. You got to go with McCarthy if you want him to be your future.
well, my take is actually we do need to keep him. We do. I mean, we do need to have McCarthy there, but this is two seasons where he got hurt and he's out a couple weeks, or out for a period. So do we have to keep a veteran backup quarterback? Would be my take. And on top of that, I mean, he's a good quarterback. I want to see him progress. I want to see McCarthy progress. So my thing is, I don't want to get rid of him. And I don't want to get rid of Wentz. But it's time it's McCarthy's time. We can't bench McCarthy. If he's fully healthy, we have to play him. So my answer would be no to that question.
okay, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same thing. No, it's absolutely McCarthy's team. You have to let a rookie quarterback take his lumps. If you pull every rookie every time, or any quarterback every time he has a bad game, look at the game Geno Smith just had. He's a 9-year vet. He played like absolute shit and threw horrible, horrible interceptions. He's an established vet. He has one of the best tight ends in the NFL. He's got decent receivers, and he's got a Super Bowl winning head coach. Shit happens. You have bad games, especially when your O-line and run game are trash. As far as like, even if Wentz is playing at an MVP caliber level, I don't care. How many times have we had this season, especially in the last 5 years, where this vet comes in, has a good season, gets us a wild card spot in the playoffs, we choke in the first round, and we're sitting here going, damn, we have the 23rd pick of the draft. I would rather have sucked and had the 5th pick of the draft. So even if McCarthy's trash, great. We have 10 or 11 fucking picks in the draft this year. That's 10 or 11 high round picks, or not high round, but like high picks in said rounds. We either need to, or not either, we need to roll with the rookie, even if he sucks. If he doesn't suck, great. That's awesome. We have a good quarterback. If he has a down year, we have a good slate of draft picks to help build the team, help fix the O-line. Because, like I said, when he does have protection, he makes plays. When the O-line didn't play like shit against Chicago, he made plays. When the O-line didn't play like shit in the first half and he was able to throw a little bit, he was 8 of 13 for 100 and something yards. So, my God, like, give the kid a chance.
So McCarthy. Well, here's the thing: if we put Wentz in as the starter once McCarthy comes back, Wentz gets hurt, and then we get McCarthy in there. He gets hurt. We're down 2. Then we're having Brosmer.
Hell yeah.
Now, I don't have a problem with Brosmer. Hope he's been learning, but you can't take that risk of putting 1 to 2. Now, on the other hand, if Wentz does light up the scoreboard and light everything up, and a quarterback needy team such as the Jets comes knocking and says, "Hey, we'll give you a couple firsts for McCarthy," then I would say, okay, maybe it is time to roll with this and restart at quarterback to see what we can get out of next year, because there's Meyer out of LSU. There's also one other kid that's just ranked a little bit higher than Nussmeier in the ESPN draft rankings. I forget his name.
If you say Arch Manning, I swear to God, I'm leaving this podcast.
Arch Manning was lower. He was like 8th.
There, okay.
But you do have some options in the draft.
PFF in their top 50 has 8 quarterbacks listed in their top 50 on their projected draft board. 8 in the top 50. Like that's a little ridiculous in my mind, but I think what Christopher said was you got to roll with him. You got to take the chance, and like Matthew said, if we lose a shit ton of games with McCarthy back there, then we have a high draft pick and we can take another wide receiver or a whatever falls to us at a high pick, or we trade or whatever. And if we have a good season with McCarthy and we finish with a mid-20s pick, hey, he developed, he's doing well. We get him more assets to continue in the future. So, like Matthew brought up, I think what Matthew said was about perfect in the way to go with it. You run with McCarthy regardless of what Wentz does when he comes back.
Yeah. So the other guy that ranked ahead of Nussmeier was Lenore Sellers of South Carolina. And this was this was ESPN poll. So it was Sellers, Nussmeier, Hartley Beck, John Metier out of Oklahoma, Drew Aller, Sam Levitt, and Arch Manning.
But then we're sitting here having the same conversation with the fans next year. Like, well, what vet are we going to go out and sign because we don't want to start the rookie because we want to let him sit and develop. But then we give the rookie that we currently have sitting and developing 2 games. Not even. There are people calling for his job 3 quarters into the first game. Like, no matter what we do, like this team, this fan base seems to only want mediocre vets versus letting the rookie actually develop.
Well, there is shooter standards out there. Talk about
let the rookie develop into what we have. That's my point. Like, but he's gonna have bumps in the road. We have a good quarterback whisperer in KOC, so just let the rookie develop.
I mean, look at Caleb Williams. He's in his 2nd year, and he still looks like shit. They have Ben Johnson, and he still gets excuses, but we can't give our guy 2 games.
Well, yeah, it just, honestly, I've learned from Viking fans want the success now. They want us to be at the top now instead of letting good things come to those who wait.
Imagine if Buffalo gave up on Josh Allen after his first season, much less his first 2 seasons, and now he's a perennial MVP caliber quarterback who carries that. Like, they have a good tight end, a semi-decent receiver, and a good running back, and they're always in the freaking playoffs. They're always going deep in the playoffs. He's always crushing it.
I mean, on top of that, you look at it like he had interception woes when he had a good receiver in Diggs because he was always targeting Diggs. Once Diggs left last season, he's thrown for less interceptions. Like, he used to average double-digit interceptions every for the first 3 years or something like that. And in the last 2 years, he's only had 8 in 20-some games.
Howdy, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm just so sick and tired of, like, some of these fans, like, oh, we should have just kept Donald. We should have kept Jones. Like, how are they going to bring us to the next level? What's the point of keeping them so that we can, win 9-10 games a season? I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to win that. And the notion that, sticking with that is better than sticking with an unknown, because you're not going to give him the time to, like, develop and, like, learn the game. It's just ridiculous. And it's kind of like, and you wonder why we are, like, Super Bowl-less, because people just always want instant gratification, and it's like I just don't get it. Because it's like on one hand, it's like, oh, we have a roster win now. We need a veteran quarterback. Well, the whole point of us having a roster like this is because we don't have a veteran quarterback. We're paying
Facts.
millions to, you know.
Now, let me put this question to you, to the whole panel. If we had Darnold, you think we should be 2-0?
No,
I mean, we could, but I mean,
I don't think Darnold would fix the O-line issues that we have.
Yeah, we saw what he did with this whole line in the final game of the year last year, and that's why he's not on the team.
and yet people would rather have that than letting this kid develop. It's just like unbelievable to me.
Well, not even just that, but like you said, Sarah, that at $45 million a year, so you're getting mediocre quarterback play that's still going to be mediocre behind this terrible O line. But instead of paying him $5 million for the year, paying him $45 million a year. There goes Hargrave. There goes Allen. There goes Isaiah Rodgers. You don't sign any of them if we have to pay Darnold or Jones. I guess Jones could have been $10 million, so that's whatever. But still, man.
Yeah.
No one was saying 6 months ago I'd rather have Daniel Jones than JJ McCarthy.
No.
I wasn't. I would want him as a backup, but not over him.
Right.
I'll tell you, I cheer for Daniel Jones right now to do really well, just for that comp pick to keep going up.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, honest, like I think I said, in
Let him
one
win
of
the
my groups,
MVP.
I want him to play just above mediocre so he can keep the starting job. You
Yeah.
know, just well enough to stay starting. I don't have nothing against the Colts, but if they do well and win 11 games, hey, great. But at worst, I just want them to be mediocre enough that Daniel Jones gets enough snaps that gets bumped up to that 4th round comp pick.
Agreed.
So,
Well, and then there were fans who were like, "Oh, see, we should have signed Aaron Rodgers." I'm like, "Did you not see how Aaron Rodgers played Sunday against the Seahawks? He sucked too." But it's like they are just like, I just don't understand like them being out for this kid. Like, get him out of here! Like, my God, it's 2 games. Let's see you go into a pro football game and play your first 2 games and see how you're gonna be. You know.
Let's see you go into any job and act like you've been there for a decade when you've only been there for 2 days.
Right.
yeah. So, we're going to go on to our favorite topic, keys to the V. V for victory. Oh. Sarah, I'm going to start with you. What's some of your keys to the V?
I think this is going to be, it's going to have to come down to our defense. And what they showed me has been good, but not great, because I've got a bit of a concern for that run game, stopping the run game, because it looked like shit.
Okay. Eric, keys to the V?
I'm gonna go with a couple. Establishing the run game early to keep that offensive line, the pressure off the offensive line from the pass rush, so we can get the pass game going later. And kind of along with what Sarah said, is the defense needs to step up and start taking the ball away. We need turnovers. We need sacks. They need to be getting where they need to be. So establish a run game to build the pass and turnovers on for defense. That's my keys.
Okay. Winkleman?
I have to agree with Eric, but I've been saying that we need to establish a run game. We need to get something going. On defense, get pressure. We've got all these edges. Get pressure on the quarterback. You bring in a pass rush slash defensive line, a pass rush front, defensive line front. Get after that quarterback. Cause pressure. Slow down the run game. Don't let them throw the ball to Chase. Get sacks. Pressure's every secondary's favorite thing. It eliminates the throw. or it may even cause turnovers. That's basically all.
Key to the V.
Yeah, so one thing that we desperately lacked last week that we had week one was our special teams. We didn't get the returns we got week one that helped us get good field position. If we're going to help our run game and if we're going to help Wentz, we're going to need to get the ball over the 20. Our punter looks like he's kind of like Ryan Wright's been pretty decent as a punter, but yeah, we just need to get those returns. We need to get the ball near midfield. Luckily, the Bengals have a pretty trash O line, and if Van Giegel is healthy, Grenard's healthy, and Dallas Turner showed off, so he should start getting some more snaps. I'm pretty confident with Chase Brown being hurt and their O line again being not a good run blocking O line either. That hopefully we could just swarm Browning and not let Chase get open. I would actually rather double team Higgins and take him out of the game and let Chase just do his thing. And just go after Browning, make his life miserable. But just again, special teams needs to help our offense get in good field position.
So my key to the V with Wentz getting up his first start in a long time, he's gonna be rusty. I think the first one or two quarters are going to be so rusty for him. Because he's seen game action. What, a couple years? Isn't it?
I think when did he play in Indianapolis?
He played one game, week 18 versus the Broncos. But he looked like shit.
Yeah, so the last game he played was in 2024. I want to see if there's a log from his stuff, but I thought it was more than that. So the last game he played was week 18. So, yeah, this is going to be his first start in a long time. It's going to be interesting to see how he responds, but, he came in towards the end of the game, but he hasn't started a game since, 2023? I am looking at, 2022 even. Just because, so this is his first start in a long time. He's had game action, but I really don't care about the backup shit. But he hasn't started in a long time.
He has enough experience in his career that we could get a little bit of like that Fitz magic, like Fitz.
Yeah, it's magic.
I think once we have that ability to, he has enough experience, he's played enough games, he's been in enough systems, and he's got O'Connell and I forgot the quarterback coach's name all of a sudden, Josh
McCown.
To be there with him, and I do expect a little bit of that. He's going to come in very confident, playing for near home, and I think he's going to come out and be okay. I'm not going to say he's going to play for 400 yards. He's not going to be a Nick Mullins, but I think he'll be all right.
Well, so here's my homer take I guess why he could be. So he's familiar with the system, having spent a year in LA. He's on his sixth team in 6 years, so he's used to having to digest an offense quickly. There was the tweet last week when McCarthy had to go to the hospital for the birth of his son that Wentz took the first team reps that game and the ball never hit the ground. KOC said he looked great, was just zipping the ball. Like Ben Lieber was saying earlier this week too, that if your offense has 100 plays and Wentz is coming in, you go, okay, what 25 plays are we going to be really fucking good at? And you just hammer those 25 plays. This is not a game where KOC needs to be Cuber. He needs to try tricky shit. You just get the basics that Wentz knows, and you have Jefferson, and you have Mason starting at running back. and you just hammer those 25 plays and see what you can do against a mediocre defense.
Yeah. And also Carson Wentz and Isaiah Rodgers, I got to bring him up into this little conversation, have one of these, a ring. Are we becoming the Minnesota Eagles now?
They took scene. It's fair game.
Not yet.
Yeah, but then they cut him at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
They
but
sure
he's
did.
got one of these now.
Yup.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how he responds. Let's go into everyone's favorite topic, score prediction. Sarah, what's gonna be your
I got 20 to 16.
Mr. Gurecki?
I'm going to say 21-20.
Okay. Winkleman?
I'm going to say 35-31.
Ooh. Matthew?
I'm going to say 2013, but I'm not sure which side is which.
Putting pressure on me now? Yeah. So, knowing that both teams are going to be on backups, and we especially are going to be in questionables, especially with Darius Alba, I feeling he will not come into play. 24-21 Vikings. We're going to win it on another last-second field goal.
Oh, can we not? Can we get blown out or just blow them out and not have to worry until the last second?
That's
Yeah,
actually
come on,
KOC style.
It's Vikings football. We either have to get blown out or win by one score.
That's
KOC. He wants to win by one score.
So speaking of KOC, I need to address the elephant in the room with something I brought up in the chat last week. Why suck under second and short and third and short, even fourth and short with KOC? We can never seem to do a quarterback sneak, a tush push. I don't know. I don't know how to address it or fix it. It just seems like we get to 3rd and 1 and we lose a yard. I mean, we had the quarterback last week and it was a bad snap. Like, all you got to do is hand the ball up to the quarterback and push forward. You know, I mean, granted, centers have because they got to get low the nose tackle, but it's not just this season. It was last year and the year before. We just cannot be effective on, the short yardage situations. I don't understand it.
Well, remember when we did the tush push and it was the Brendan Powell that was the pusher?
Oh, shit.
I remember that, bro.
On 3rd and inches. So, I don't know. I mean,
but why are you having a short receiver as the pusher? You should have like Josh Oliver or a big guy helping you push.
But even when we just did the quarterback sneak the other night, it was like, and I know a lot of it boils down to O-line hasn't been effective too, but you got to have some creativity almost, or some kind of like something to everybody knows you're going to try to go to the middle, at least for the most part. You got to try something. It's not getting the easy first down.
Well, like last week, going for it on 4th and 1 on your own side of the first quarter. It's like, well, okay, our offense has clearly been struggling at this point this season. Like we said, you notoriously struggle at short yard situations. And then here we are going for it on 4th and 1, and we fail to convert. And now, boom, the Falcons get the ball on their part of the field. It's a lack of strength. We just get zero fucking push somehow in that interior.
So now that we have our score prediction, let's do our around the league since we finished earlier than I was expecting. Some of the games this past week, week 2, were just absolutely unbelievable. And there's also another team who has already played week 3. And I don't want to comment on them because I know their coach is on the hot seat. And you all know who that is.
I'm surprised he hasn't. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't been fired by now.
Mark my words. The first, I don't know who it's going to be, but one of the first 2 people, it's going to be either Abel or it's going to be Mike McDaniel getting fired first. One of those 2. And I'm leaning towards McDaniel.
Well, he has talent on that roster. I mean, and there's no reason why this team should be bad at all. So he definitely should be being brought up and getting rid of.
Well, it brings me back to the whole Flores deal where they were like mad at him because he was so mean, and look how undisciplined their team is.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, Flores was so mean to Tua. That's why he sucked. Okay, well, McDaniels is coddling him like crazy, and he still sucks. So maybe the problem all along was Tua, because
Tua and his injuries.
Yeah.
Tua is walking CTE. I don't mean that disrespectfully, but with all the concussions he's had, he's probably got it.
Well, and you can see by the way he plays now, it's like he's so cautious, and he's like, there's just something lacking.
Yes. Brian Daboll, he was on the hot seat even after last year. I feel like it's going to be.
You're talking about the guy with the Giants?
Yeah, the Giants head coach. Yeah, Daboll. He's not going to get a good look. Joe Shane. I mean, yes, he's new. He's Kwesi new, but letting your star running back sign with a division rival. That wasn't Daboll. Not a good look.
That was the GM. I think that GM does get fired.
Yeah, no, Joe Shane is still there.
Is that Daniel Jones is like performing like an MVP outside of the Giants? So it just makes exactly like that. He's the problem.
Well, yeah, Daboll's the problem because after Jones,
so they just took a rookie quarterback. They're not starting him. So, but Russell Wilson, there. I mean, it could be Daboll.
Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart on third string depth chart. No, he's second.
What were you going to say, Eric?
I was going to say they didn't look awful against the Cowboys, the Giants. They didn't look terrible. I mean, granted, Cowboys traded their best passer, and
yeah, that pisses me off more.
The Giants didn't look. I think
I'm not gonna lie, but you guys know what I want to see this weekend? I want to see Eberflus beat the Bears.
It very well could too.
Well,
Eberflus is a good defensive coordinator.
I'm looking at the Giants roster. They've got a couple former golfers: Tyler Nubin, Michael Schmitz. They also have former Viking Austin Schlottman. Why are they struggling like this?
Malik Neighbors their defense is good, but their offense really has no talent.
What happened was
Malik Neighbors is about the only thing they've got.
Daniel Jones looked really good. Put all their money onto him. So now they suck offense.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't John Runyon play for the Packers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on the Giants now.
Packers were glad to get rid of him, so that says a lot.
They got Scatterboo.
Yeah, who's starting to get the ball more every week. So
Right.
I'm in Cam. I would love to have Cam. Could you imagine him on this team?
We got Cam. We resigned him for the 13th time.
Cam Makers.
Talk about, oh yeah, we got
Is that
Cam
kind of like
Akers.
you remember the one running back that we always kept on re-signing to the practice squad?
Miles
It came from
Gaskin.
Miles Gaskin. Yep, kind of like him.
Always got him on speed dial.
And we signed Desmond Ritter. I forgot. We signed Desmond Ritter and Cam Akers.
Yep.
Oh, Cam Akers is not on the active. He's on the practice squad.
Do they have Xavier Scott as the RB2?
Most likely.
I think so.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Xavier Scott, yes.
Xavier Scott would be our running back too. Then the guy we should have gotten rid of, Chandler.
Yeah, right.
Just to show you how bad, how walking wounded this team is. Window.
Well, we have 13 people that are starters that are questionable or out.
Here's on this team.
I just want to know when the F is Christian Darrisaw going to be ready? Because I mean, every week they make it seem like he's going to play this Sunday and then he doesn't, and it's just like
AOC being cautious.
I don't think we see him until after the bye.
Yeah.
I think Harrison Smith and Darrisaw probably both won't be back till after the bye, is my guess.
It at that point they should have put Darrisaw on the IR before the
100%. They absolutely should have.
We're going into week haven't played yet. That could have been a roster spot filled by Logan Brown, somebody on the offensive line to gain experience and maybe, step up if need be, like we're in a situation now. Instead of him just taking reps in practice all the time and not playing. Same with Harrison Smith. They're being so vague about Smith that, why wasn't he on?
I think this is a more personal thing, so I don't really mind that we don't know, because I mean, I don't think if it's something personal, we shouldn't need to know. But just tell us that it's something personal he's dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Harrison Smith's going through like a Randy Moss situation where it's like a major health scare that they're just not wanting to reveal to the public. But again, if you have these players that are going to be missing extended time, like Eric said, put them on fucking IR and free up a couple roster spots.
Yeah. I mean, unless we're going to go to Neil Hunter, it's a tweak thing. I mean,
right.
Let's either have the transparency or make the positions available for somebody else. I mean, I just don't know.
Have they been ruled out for tomorrow then?
They're questionable. I mean, but that's just it. It's like they're practicing every other day, and they're just saying like, "Oh, hey, like signs are trending towards them starting," and then it's like questionable, doubtful, out. Well, what's it like? Where is this progress? Like, why are they again taking good snaps away from players that can actually come in and contribute? If
I mean, and at the same time, we wonder why School's not doing so good. It's because, hey, Darrisaw's taking all those first team reps.
Right.
Where if School was actually taking those first team reps, I think he would have been doing better.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder if they're going to start Rouse at left tackle tomorrow, if they're going to kick Jackson to right tackle and have Rouse at guard.
I mean, to me, it'd almost be smart to trying to bring back to left tackle, since that's his natural position. I mean, I wouldn't throw him out to start tomorrow, but if Darrisaw is going to be gone for a while now, you got to start practicing Randall at tackle again. I mean, played it before. It's a natural position. You almost have to start putting him back out there. If School's going to be out for an extended period, and Darisol's going to be out for an extended period. Not that I don't want to see
yeah.
but,
Right.
He's already had a season of playing, so why not put him at left tackle?
Yeah.
Before we move on, I just got some news because, as you all know, I'm a member of the Viking World Order, the largest Minnesota superfans group throughout the land. One of our members, her name was Corky. Her name was Corky Floyd. She just lost her battle with cancer. So we're dedicating this show, Valhalla Hour, to her. May she rest in Valhalla. Before we go, does anyone have any final thoughts?
Can we get MVP wins, please?
Yeah. Just for 2 games, though. 2 or
Just
3
for
games.
2 games.
Just for 2 games, yeah. Give me MVP wins style for 2 games. I'm sorry to all the people that don't want McCarthy, that want us to keep playing Wentz. If he has MVP games, I want to see what McCarthy has.
Yeah, no, beat Cincinnati, beat Pittsburgh, get your shit tossed by Myles Garrett, and then everyone feels comfortable starting McCarthy again because Wentz looks like shit against Cleveland and in England. And then we can go on a bye week, get healthy, and start the team with a healthy Darisaw, healthy Harrison Smith, Addison back, McCarthy getting his shit figured out. We can roll the second half of the season.
Well, and if McCarthy's not the guy, we need to know so that we can prepare to like either draft another quarterback or whatever. But if you just keep sitting him for 2-3 years, then you're not going to know anything. And then by the time he plays, his rookie contract is up. And so, to me, I don't care if Wentz is playing like Pat Mahomes. You still take him out and put McCarthy in because you need to know.
Right.
You need to be able to see if he can progress and get better as each game goes on, or what you have. We just don't know. And it's like, why do we invest in a top 10 pick if we're not going to play him?
Agreed.
Yeah,
I mean, if he's go ahead.
Keep the faith. Never surrender. Keep the faith. Things will go one way or the other. We'll figure out the future.
Yeah, I mean, if he's still putting up 50 yards a half week 9, obviously there's concern. But if he's showing progress, like, my God, give him some time.
He was showing progress, you know what I'm saying? Before he got hurt. So let's see what he's got.
Right.
I'm talking McCarthy here.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this week. We will be back next week.
Hopefully,
Ireland special.
Yeah.
It's time for Ireland next week. In the words of the famous Vikings Carter, Skull!
Skull!
Go!
Skull.
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle Podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your doubts, we bring the facts. Tune into the Huddle.